Good evening. I'm Tammy, the president of Fun and Adventure at Singles Travel International. And tonight, I'm always excited because we go to so many cool places. But we are introducing, listen, we've had requests for the 31 years that I've been doing singles vacations. Can we just get rid of the children? I have them at home. I don't want to take them on vacation. So tonight, we are offering our newest cruise. It's not until March of 2025, but we have lots of goodies for booking early. We are going on an all adults cruise next March of 2025, and it's called Winter Weekend Singles Cruise aboard the Valiant Lady. This is the new Virgin Voyages. So many of you, I'm sure, have heard about it. And tonight, we've got our friend Lindsey from Virgin Voyages who's going to present what it's like to cruise on Virgin, what it's like to be with us on our particular itinerary, which is Bimini Beach Club in the Bahamas. I've been to Bimini. You never see the water in this pool. This is what it's like in Bimini. And then we're going to go to Key West. And who doesn't love Key West? So it's a super long weekend, March of 2025. And I'm going to turn this over to Lindsey, who's going to share everything with you. And Linz, you know what? You can grab the screen and take over anytime you'd like.
All right, give me just a second.
Yeah.
So go ahead and stop presenting and I'll jump in. It'll
Okay.
only let one of us at a time. It's so
There you go.
particular.
All righty.
That's okay. All right, everyone. Ahoy! My name is Lindsey Girardi. I am part of the Virgin Voyages sales team, and I'm so happy to have you all joining us tonight as we talk about Virgin Voyages and why we're a little different when it comes to cruising. So for those that are avid cruisers, be prepared for some things that are really different and new and all things that you're going to love and enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I want to say thank you so much for thinking of us when it comes to your travel needs, but let's go ahead and talk more about why Virgin Voyages. Just like Tammy said, we are adults only. You must be 18 and over to sail with us. But does that mean you're going to leave that inner child at home? Absolutely not. Come, have fun, enjoy yourselves. But remember, not only are you not bringing children, other people are not bringing children either. So there's no children on board, which is always a fun concept, especially when you're on vacation and using those PTO days. Now, when it comes to our cruising, we also wanted to include a lot of things in the voyage fare, so you're not having that nickeling and diming when you're on the ship. So with that in mind, we actually have 6 specialty restaurants that you do not have to pay additional to go to. So while you're sailing with us, you will have access to these specialty restaurants through your whole sailing, whether you want to go to brunch, dinner, or lunch, we've got it set for you. And what I love, it's an open table concept. So you could either pre-book your dining, or if you get on board and you say, you know, now I feel like I really want a steak and seafood night instead of Korean barbecue, you can always jump in and change those restaurant reservations all set right there. It's like an open table concept. Now, I also want to just flow through that we have so many inclusions in the voyage fare, because if you've ever gone on any of our Virgin brands, whether it's hotels or air, you know that when you're on board, it is something that a lot of things are already included. So you don't feel that nickeling and diming like you do on other lines. We do have a wellness focus on the ship that, of course, Tammy will make sure that you guys have your wellness set up if that's something you want to do when you're on board. But I love that there's a lot of things for everyone on the ship. We know cruising isn't for everyone, but we have something for everyone on this cruise. No kidding. Now, I also want to just really show you how beautiful these ships are. Every single one of my lady ships are brand new ships. These are not something that was refurbished and we had to pull shag carpeting out of. Brand new, stunning ships that are right there waiting for you. And they were actually designed by a yacht company. So you're going to see a lot of those yacht feels on board. Now, I wanted to toot our horn just a bit, just on our brand new Cruise Critic Cruisers Choice Awards that we just won here in 2023. But the reason I like to show you this is just look at the 5 awards we won here. We swept the whole awards away. No other cruise line won anything. We won them all. But I love that best overall cruise line for your best dining, as well as cabin service and best value for your money. So keep that in mind when you're booking with Tammy, that everything that you're paying for is already in that pricing and no nickeling and diming, which you'll hear me say a lot, but it's such a great thing when you're on vacation. Setting sail the Virgin way, because who doesn't want to be in the float right now, especially as it's getting chillier outside. We really inspire everyone to come on board and just be who you are. We're not giving you any kind of forced formal wear, so you don't have to bring that big ball gown and tiara unless you're a queen that wants to for dinner every night. We encourage you to dress how you want to, come for a PJ party, come for our 70s workouts, whatever you want to, but of course, we're not forcing you to dress any way that you don't feel like it. Now, remember, I wanted to just kind of spill a bit of tea of what is included in the voyage fare. All of this is included. There's no additional charges. Gone are the dining packages that you have to purchase or having to pay an upcharge to go into any of our inset dining experiences, as well as we do not have soda or water packages on board. We feel like that should be a basic right. Everyone should have access to soda, drip coffee, tea, as well as water on board without having to pay additional. Now, tips and gratuities. How nice is it that you are not going to have to worry about tips and gratuities on board, because
Awesome.
you have absolutely no gratuity line when you are making a purchase on board. Really, we take care of our crew to the point that they're already at a salary. You're not going to have anybody giving you a sob story about why they need a tip and all of that. Don't worry about it. And I am not going to make you try to figure out math on board. This is your vacation. You do not need to figure out 18, 22, 48%. Don't worry about it. We got you covered. Now, speaking of basic necessities these days, I know that for those that are coming on board and you're leaving the families behind while you're going on vacation, I wanted to let you know you could still stay connected, because we do have your basic Wi-Fi included, so you can still do regular texting and of course staying social, showing all those friends at home that didn't sail with you what they're missing out on, so they come with you next time, right? Then the shows and entertainment. I wanted to let you know there's no additional charge for those. They are included, as well as group fitness classes. I'm not going to make you do sunrise yoga if you're not a morning person, but if you would like to jump into a spin class, yoga class, or even something fun like pickleball or any of our different itineraries for that, you can, and there's no upcharge. So that's a lot of things already included in that voyage fare. But we really want you to find your balance when you're on board. I know that whenever you think Virgin, you think of Sir Richard Branson and rockets and trains and all these fun things he does, but we also have a lot of balance when it comes to relaxation and really coming together and finding your you time. We have an award-winning spa on board that you can actually get packages for, so you can experience that thermal suite while you set sail or while you're at a port of call. Then we do have, for those that like to do their early morning walks, you can actually go up to our very highest deck, which is our runway, and you could go and walk as that sun rises. How beautiful is that? And you don't have to walk around anybody that's in loungers. You're not gonna, have to walk around other spaces. This is dedicated just for walking or running while you're up there on that deck 17 of that unobstructed view of the ocean. Now, I also like to highlight, for those that really want to treat yourself, we have lots of opportunities to get those massages in. If you want to go get your hair done on board, we've got a full salon. If you want to go treat yourself in any of our high street shops, we have some shops on board as well. But we really want you to find your balance, because this is your vacation and we know you're going to have a great time on board. Now, I wanted to highlight some extra fun things here because, of course, you're all coming on as singles, and this is a great place to find other singles, whether they're in the group or coming on board. You can actually have lots of opportunity to, dine together. There's lots of spaces where you can, come together and have some games. And what I love is if you just want to come with a good book and relax, this is a great space for you as well. We have spaces all over. So let me just tell you about our ships. So we're talking about Valiant Lady for your sailing in 2025. That's going to be out of Miami here. But overall, we have 3 ships, and by 2025, we'll have our 4th ship. These are more medium-sized ships. These aren't going to be massive cities at sea. And what I also love is when it comes to sailors, it's about 1 crew member to every 2 sailors on board. So there's plenty of people there to make sure that everything that you need is taken care of. Now, when we're talking about our winter weekend singles cruise, yes, I did kind of look at the website and put that on there. We're looking at March 19th through the 23rd. This is our Fire and Sunset Soiree sailing. This is actually a 4-night sailing going out of Miami, not far from where I'm at now. We have a later leave, so you're not going to be leaving till 6 p.m. out of Miami. So lots of time to get to the port, drop off your luggage, and even have time to go and have lunch before you come on board. Now we're going to go out of Miami and have a nice sea day. So a nice day to really absorb that sun, have some pool time, go and just explore the ship. Then we're going to go into Key West for the next day. And that's an 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it's a long day when you're in Key West. You're not going to be running off the ship and then running right back because we're leaving at 2. You've got a long day there to really enjoy. Go over to Sloppy Joe's, grab a drink, or if you want to go over to do a shore excursion, maybe swim with the turtles, you can. Plenty of time to see. And what I love is you'll also have a chance right before we set sail to see that nice sunset. So you might be able to see sunrise while you're doing your laps on the runway, and then the sunset on that same beautiful space in Key West. Then we're going to have, after Key West, we're going to have our beach club at Bimini Day over at Bimini, Bahamas. It's only a 7-mile island that you can go and explore on your own, or we have nice trams that take you to our beach club. And our beach club is stunning. There's no additional charge for that. There's no package you have to add on to that. It's yours for exploring. And here it is. How gorgeous. So as blue as that water is, that's how blue those turquoise waters are right there. You're going to see full conch shells just laying on the ocean, that breeze coming to you. All of these loungers are included in your voyage fare. You don't have to pay additional for that. We've got umbrellas there. We've got your towels all set. And what I love is since everything that is included on the ship, it's going to also be included here. So your water, your sodas, already there. We also have 2 kitchens of food that has light bites for breakfast, and then of course a full meal for lunch, but that's included as well. You're not going to have those beach club prices when you come over because of course we're already including those, and this beautiful, beautiful scenery right there for you as well. Now, we are going so many places. I just am highlighting Key West now, but I see this as something that we could definitely get Tammy and team to bring us back later, because we're actually going to over 40 itineraries, over 100 ports of call, not just here in the Miami area and the Caribbean, but we also are in the Mediterranean. We just opened up in Australia. And at the end of this year, we're actually going to be opening up the full 2025 and have even more ports of call that you might be interested in. So I wanted to just highlight, I have seen so many ages on board. I was actually just on board last week. And what I love is my favorite dance partner was a 78-year-old woman who was there on her own to have a good time. She didn't need a +1 to have a good time. She just knew she had vacation and she wanted to go. And she just was a dream. She was so much fun to be around. She is my spirit animal 100%, but I love that there really is no limit to the age of having fun, and we really encourage that on our ship. Now, we had some cute little influencers that were on not too long ago, and they sent us a little reel video of their experience while on board. So I'm going to share that. They created this, they sent it to us, and I think it's a real fun just tip to the hat of why Virgin really is for everyone. So give me a good thumbs up if you can hear the music. If not, we'll just watch the video. Ready?
Want to see where I am? Look at this. Oh my!
Walking on a dream.
We made it.
How can I explain? Talking to myself.
Just traveling the world,
This is the best.
trying different drugs and girls.
Yeah, we are always
Flying
running
places
for
we never
the
been.
So they were actually at our beach club. They had a full-on experience. And of course, as you can tell, we no longer need masks on board, but they were here in our early days, but they absolutely had a blast. They raved. They've actually brought groups on and come on board again and again because they were like, finally, it's not my grandparents' cruise line. I can go in and just enjoy and be myself. I can wear what I want to and just have some fun. And they know the Virgin brand from years back, especially with Virgin Records. So they're like, oh yes, this is exactly where I need to be. So let's go ahead and pop over to our entertainment. It always plays that little bit after. So with our entertainment, I wanted to just highlight, these are shows that you're not going to see anywhere else in the world. We actually curated these shows just for our ship, because of course, if you wanted to see Broadway, where would you guys be going? Broadway. So we wanted to make sure you had something new, different when you're on board, like very interactive shows. You're going to see a lot of cabarets, house bands. I was just on board and the house bands were just killing it. You can go over to our On the Rocks bar lounge right there on deck 6 and just have a great cocktail and just listen to the bands all night and just have a good time. But when it comes to our different shows and entertainment, we do have some where you're watching, there's some where you're part of the entertainment. We have dance shows, we have ships in the night. We are adding some supper series that I'll make sure Tammy and her team has all the details on that. If you like a nice supper show, you know, to be entertained while you're eating. And what I love is we don't like the typical cruise entertainment where it comes to cabin host or, you know, cruise coordinators. We actually do not have a cruise coordinator on board. What we actually have is a happenings cast that makes sure that these 13 individuals make sure you're having a good time throughout the ship. Now, of course, we have our entertainment when it comes to shows, but I want to tell you about some of the spots on board. We have a full sports bar area. It's called our social club, where you can go and grab a milkshake. You can grab some popcorn, some hot dogs and chicken wings. And of course, we have big screen TVs, a bar not too far away. So if anybody is going to watch their sports over in March, they definitely can right there as a group. Then we have a karaoke space called the Groupie, where you can and your crew can go in, grab your favorite karaoke songs and sing the night away. We have a fully smoke-free casino. Yes, smoke-free. No one has to smell cigars or cigarettes while you're in the casino playing blackjack, craps. We have everything that a Vegas casino has on board. So just keep that in mind. It is activated once we're out at sea, but I love that you can even walk through if you're not enjoying the entertainment or participating, you can walk through and you know that it's a smoke-free place that you can just go do some people watching and then head out and you don't have that smoke smell on you. Now, I'm going to age myself a bit, but for those that love arcades, we have a fully loaded arcade, so you can play Pac-Man, you can play Mario Brothers, and you do not have to bring your quarters with you. You can just go and have some fun right there in our arcade area, not too far from the social club, and just bring back those 80s, baby, because it is so much fun. No additional charge for any of these spaces. Now, I wanted to highlight when it comes to drink packages, what we actually have is a bar tab, which I know Tammy's going to fill you in on that later on. But I told you a bunch of essential drinks that are included, but I wanted to tell you that alcohol is not included in the voyage fare. But we do have very great prices when it comes to our alcohol on board. Like I mentioned, I was just on last week. You can get a draft beer for $6. You can get a margarita for about $12. I'm right outside of Miami. I can't get those prices at my local pub, let alone on board. So the really great prices that you could pay either a la carte, or you can get what we call our bar tab, which is like a drink package. And for the amount that you get, we actually gift you additional for when you're on board. Now, ready? There's one more space I have to highlight because we are the only cruise line to have our very own tattoo parlor on the ship. It is completely up to you, but you could get a permanent souvenir. Karen, I'm talking to you. If this is your first time you've ever wanted to get one, now's the time. You can actually get one while on board. The lookbook options start off about $150. But of course, if you have a custom piece that you've had your eye on, just didn't have the time, now you've got the time and the space and 2 resident artists who will help you find your perfect permanent souvenir. Don't worry, if you still want to get in the sun and the water, we have some nice coverings that'll make sure they're protected while you're at sea. But don't worry, this is something really fun and it sells out fast. So if this is something on your mind, it's time to go ahead and jump on board. Now, I talked a bit about a few of our themed parties. We do have a pajama party. We have some nice parties where you can actually go and dress up as a theme. But Scarlet Night is our themed night. This is where everyone's told to wear a splash of red. As you can tell, some people are wearing a splash. Some people dip themselves in glitter costumes head to toe. It's however you want to come. It is a full ship activation. It starts about 9 p.m. on the 3rd night, but this is where you come, you go to the roundabout, you see some entertainment, and then everyone goes to the pool and they just go and dance and have a good club type party. And then of course you can go on. Now, of course, this is completely optional, so go in and have some fun. Or if you're like me and a full Golden Girl, go grab a pizza and a quiet spot and have a good time there. Now, I'm Italian. I like to talk food, but I promise I'll just glaze over it because I know we've got a long time to really do deep dives into all of the restaurants before you get booked or sailed. But remember, I've got over 6 specialty restaurants that are included in the voyage fare. And when I say included, anything on this menu is included. Now, of course, if you are celebrating on board and you would like to elevate your experience, we do have some treat yourself options, and that could be a tomahawk steak that's as big as I am. You can actually get a tower of lobster if that's something you'd like to do. But when it comes to the basic menu, you're all set. There's no additional charge. Now, let's go through a few of our restaurants as well as our eateries on board. The Wake is going to be our steak and seafood option. They have brunch as well as dinner. And yes, they do host an unlimited mimosa brunch for $30 a person, which I think is really good for mimosa brunches. Then we have Pink Agave. This is like your Mexican food, street style Mexican. This is not going to be your queso dip and chips, so keep that in mind. This is going to be like real authentic Mexico City, Mexican food. Then we go into Razzle Dazzle. This is more of your American style food. Now, this is where you can get anything from pastas, then you can go over to fried chicken and champagne. There's lots of different things that you can get when you're in Razzle Dazzle, including we have some candied bacon for their brunch option. Then we go over to Test Kitchen. Test Kitchen is a experience of its own. It's a 2-hour experience where you only get a menu of what the actual ingredients are, and then they're presented to you as a way you've never experienced. For example, when I was there last year, asparagus was on the menu, and I'm thinking, oh, it's coming after dinner. Maybe it's a side. They brought me asparagus ice cream. I ate it. It was delicious. Never in my life would I have ever tried asparagus ice cream, but it was something new. It really just opened my mind of how different ingredients could be created. And that's what I love about Test Kitchen. Ganbei is our Korean barbecue. It's a really social space where up to 6 can sit together and, of course, have food cooked for you. And there's a nice drinking game called Ganbei that is also included in that. And then we go into extra virgin. This is like sitting at Nona's table with homemade gnocchi, fresh espresso, and just enjoying some real authentic Italian meals. Now, no buffets. You did not hear a buffet on there because we do not believe in buffets. It's a waste. We don't want anyone to touch the food that you're going to be eating. We want it fresh for you daily. So no buffets, no big dining halls. Everything's fresh and made when you order it. Now, of course, if the in-style restaurants aren't your thing, we definitely have some spaces on board where you can grab some light bites, as well as full-on oven-baked pizzas, bento boxes, like I mentioned, the hot dogs. Then, of course, we have our ice cream shop. We have a specialty coffee space. Well, actually, we have two now. We have two spaces where you can go and get that specialty coffee. And I love the dock and the dock house because you can go there, watch the sun set on these beautiful loungers, grab a good sangria and some shrimp skewers, and just enjoy and watch the sea melt away. Now, what does your home away from home look like? Now, Tammy and I looked through a couple of options, but I know we had to highlight our sea terrace options and tell you what's included. Now, of course, Wi-Fi is included. And with our cabins, they're very clever. All of them have a tablet that control the lights, as well as the TV, the air conditioning, as well as if you need room service. All that can be done on your tablet. Now, of course, I have a remote. If you don't want to do the tablet, that's fine. I've got you all set there. And what I love is with your cabin, all of those restaurants that I just mentioned in those specialty places, you can actually have food delivered to your cabin. If you just want to watch a good movie, I watched Casablanca and I had some nice little raviolis delivered to my cabin, and I was just nice and cozy in my little space with my blanket, and it was a beautiful night. You can do that in your cabin because we will deliver food straight to you. And what I also love is we do not require a +1 with a lot of our cabins. We have solo cabins that you do not have to pay additional because you do not have a +1. We have a solo insider that, of course, is the inside, and then we have a sea view where you've got a porthole window space. Now, I will say the sea views actually are a larger interior space, and the insider are smaller interior space. But of course, there's plenty of space for any of your storage needs, as well as your makeup needs. For those that are like me that don't pack light, we've got your space right there for you. Now, I also want to highlight my sea terrace. Now, this is not a solo. This is something that you can either go in and you pay the single supplement, or of course, if you want to travel with a friend, we can set this up. That way you can both travel together, and you have this beautiful terrace with this red hammock to sway you away in the breeze. All of our cabins do have a mini fridge that you can actually have drinks brought into that. Or, you know, what I love is we've got our watercrafts right there that are filled daily. So you can bring your own bottled water or your own coffee cup to have it refilled throughout the ship. Or, of course, you can have your water refilled in your cabin. Now, for those that like your suites, I did want to say I have 78 suites total on my ship, but I want to highlight the few different things with our suites. Now, you get your in-suite bar on us. Your bed gets upgraded to a European king size bed. And what I love also is you have these beautiful, huge terraces right there waiting for you. Now, with our suites, like I mentioned, there's 78 total, and they come in 2 tiers. We have our Rockstar tier, which is our first tier. First drinks on us on your in-suite bar. You get early access to any pre-bookables, so shore excursions as well as pre-booking your dining. You get early access before it opens up to general public. You get a courtesy Rockstar agent on board that's there to make sure that all your dreams come true. And what I love also is we have this exclusive area called Richard's Rooftop that you have access to if you're booked into one of these suites. Now, this is our first level, and then we're going to go into our next level, which is our penthouse Mega Rockstar Suites. For this, drinks are on us throughout the ship. That means you're not paying for any drink on the ship whatsoever. Plus, we're going to include daily spa access every day, and we're going to upgrade your Wi-Fi and make sure that your in-room bar is refilled to however you want to curate it. Now, of course, you still have that Richards access as well as the early booking priority access and early booking window for additional things as well, and private transfers to and from the ship. Now, let's go ahead and just view. For those that are wondering, what does a penthouse VIP suite look like? This is the only 2-bedroom cabin I have on board. This is our massive suite. You have these plush robes, these beautiful bathrooms. This cabin has 2.5 baths and guitar space. Ready? We're going to go outside. Look at this beautiful balcony that you can throw a party on. And yes, I have hosted a few parties on here for our big groups on board. Full dining table, but I just wanted to highlight this is available right now for this date that we're looking at. Now, why did we all come together? Let's talk about our red hot offer that I have for you all. So if you're able to get booked up in the next 7 days, yes, you have till December 12th, midnight. I'm going to give you till midnight. I'm going to make sure that if you book an Insider or Seaview cabin, I'm going to give you $50 of onboard credit that you can use. If you book a Sea Terrace category, it's going to be 100. And then anybody that books one of those rock stars or even that massive mega rock star suite, I'm going to make sure you have $200 worth of onboard credit that you can use. So for that tattoo, if you want to get your hair done, or if you're like me, you could do all of them and use your onboard credit. Do a little shopping, do some shore excursions, grab a fake Richard Branson and take him around the pool deck with you. Or I always go and get my hair done when I'm on board. It's something about just having a nice blowout first day and having that hair just highlight your whole cruise. Now, also, we do have something for the guys. You can go and get a full-on massage, and we do have a full salon where you can go and get your beard as well as your hair done as well. Now, there are a few people that are not invited and they have a little message for us. So let's go ahead and hear from them, and then we'll go on to the itinerary one more time.
Virgin Voyages says we can't cruise till we're 18, which makes us shake like we had caffeine. Virgin Voyages says no kids on the ocean, so we're causing a commotion.
Adults, enjoy the cruise. We know you deserve it, but the fact we can't go is total bull.
Sorry, kids, can't go this time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, well, like I said, now we're voyaging together. This is the grown-up cruise you've been waiting for. When I say no kids, there's not a kids section that you're hearing in the background. There literally is no one over 18 on our ship, but that is it does not mean don't bring your inner child at heart. Bring your splash of red, pack up. We've got a long time before we get to this March 19th, 2025. But remember, I'm going to gift you with onboard credit for any of your onboard needs. And with that, I wanted to open it back up to Tammy and, of course, answer any questions anyone might have for me.
All right, Lindsey, thank you so much. I actually don't have a lot to add because you did such an amazing job with your presentation. And Jess, I want to show everybody how to get involved, because this is an exciting, we have a lot of new things coming down the road. We launched a pickleball trip in Ecuador last week, and now we're doing an adults only. So we're loving that we're back on the road. We're able to travel again. And if you are watching this presentation and you want to get in on the extra promotion to get that $200 or $100 or $50 onboard credit for just about anything that you'd like to do to add to your cruise, I love the permanent souvenir. That's awesome. So I would say that here's how to do it, guys. You come on to our website at singlestravelintl.com and just navigate over to the winter weekend singles cruise. You are able to see everything that we've included. In addition to the 4-night cruise, we've also added a night in Miami. because we want to take the stress out of that first day travel. So you are able to come in for one night, which is already included, or add a 2-night cruise. And by the way, if you come in for 2 nights, we're partying for St. Patty's Day together in Miami. So it's going to be a blast. And so if you come here, I would totally recommend that you take a look at the highlights section. This is what's included in your cruise, everything that Lindsey highlighted today. And then we have our own Singles Travel International elements. Like I said, in Miami, you're going to have your professional and friendly concierge, as well as other singles in your age range. And Lynn's, good job on just portraying us here today in your presentation. We've been doing this a long time, for those of you who are watching, and so many of the cruise lines want to highlight the romantic couples and the children, and you saw today that we were in her presentation. It was us. So thanks.
Absolutely.
And it's not just marketing, that's truly who we're going to see when we're on board the ship. So here's our inclusive features. Here's our itinerary, what's included in the Miami package, whether 1 or 2 nights. Take a look at our frequently asked questions. Lindsey talked about the bar tab, and under the frequently asked questions, we give you some of the highlights here. So she talked about that, but it's here as well. And we're going to do a drawing from Singles Travel. So Lindsey, thanks for your generosity for the onboard credits. And we are going to take a drawing from among everybody who books before the 12th. And we're going to give away a $300 bar tab package. And when you get that 300 bar tab package, just by purchasing, when you go online, once we have you booked and you have access to the app and you're starting to do shore excursions, and adding your bar tabs much closer to departure. You have a long time to plan for that, and we'll help you with all of those details. But when you book the bar tab for yourself, the reason we're recommending that you do it in advance is because you get an extra spiff. So if you do a $300 onboard or bar tab, they give you extra credit. Like right now, I think it's $50. So if you buy a $300 bar tab, you get an extra $50. So if you're watching this video, you're welcome to come to our frequently asked questions page and see more information about that. When we get closer to the departure, we'll of course send you what we call the get ready email, so that you always know what's coming next. There's no surprises, so that you're absolutely prepared by the time you take your vacation. Now, if you are already booked on the cruise, you have access to a private chat on our website. Nobody gets to access this chat unless they are booked. So when you log into your Singles Travel International profile, which is in the upper right hand corner, nobody's chatting yet, but you would see this prompt with your picture here on the left hand side, and then where it says start the discussion, you could say, hi everybody, my name is so-and-so. I'm so excited. I'm an adult with a 10-year-old personality because I just want to have fun. And you post your message. And if you want to see the replies from everybody else, you would just click this little box and then hit post. And then you'll start to see everybody else's messages. And this is how we connect on shore excursions, how we connect on all kinds of extra travel planning that is exclusive to our site. You don't have to have Facebook. A lot of us don't. So this way you're able to connect and meet your fellow travelers without leaving the website. And here's the who's going section. So I'm going to click on that right now. You can see we've already got a lot of singles already signed up for this particular cruise. So giddy up. I can't wait. I'm excited. Lots of people considering. Look at this. This is burning up, people. So please get in. Wow. Who is not going to be on this cruise? I don't know, but if you want the special onboard credits from Lindsey, please make sure that we do it before the 12th. But lots of interest in this, and I think that's amazing because it's going to be a party. I know that. So if you want to book it, here's how you do it. You go back up to the page. All of our information is one big long page, and you're going to come up here and you're going to click on book now. when you book now, so we have a premium membership. So when you're a premium member with Singles Travel International, you always get a lower price on your vacations, no matter where we go. Sometimes it's thousands of dollars. We have a Regent cruise coming up in November of 2024. That's a transatlantic, and they gave us a $10,000 discount. So of course, this is a weekend cruise, so it's a much lower price point, but as a premium member, you're always getting a savings. So how do you do that? If you're premium already, you know what to do. You're going to just go ahead and click that lower price and you're eligible for it because you're a member. If you're not a member, go ahead and click that lower price and then click deposit only. And then choose your membership. You're able to do a 1-year membership for $397 or a lifetime for $697. I want to tell everybody here tonight that we are going to phase out the lifetime memberships at the end of this year. So for those of you who are a lifetime, you're already enjoying the benefits. For those of you who are not, either purchase your lifetime. If you're annual, we're just doing one generous offer of a $300 upgrade, so you don't have to pay double. You just add $300 to the $397. If you're already a member, just let us know and we'll send you the link to do that. But if you're new, just go ahead and choose the $697 or the $3. I know a lot of new members are hesitant. They want to try the $397 first, and we get that, no problem. But we definitely think the lifetime is best because that one-time payment of $697 locks you in for all of your travel history with us moving forward, and you will constantly save on your packages with us. So we're including the free night in Miami. So when you check out, please choose that, whether premium or not. If you want the 2-night, just choose that one. You don't need to do that. We're just giving you the 2 nights for the $349 and click complete trip purchase and go ahead and, finish your checkout. So that is how you get on board. And boy, I'm really excited to see back to info to see all of the who's going. This is exciting. This is going to be a party. I've been doing this for 31 years. My name is Tammy. We put things up on the website. Sometimes it goes crazy. Sometimes it sits there forever, right? So we never know. And we always look forward to your input. If you have ideas for where we should go in the future, let us know. And Lindsey, how exciting that we can actually try this cruise now. And if everybody likes it, which it looks like they're going to, we can start cruising with Virgin Voyages all around the world. So that's really amazing.
Oh yes, we're ready for you. So whenever you guys are ready, you just let us know. But I know that this is going to be a great one. Like I mentioned, it's leaving out on Wednesday, coming back on Sunday. So it's a good one to start with. And then of course we can just grow that relationship even more after this one.
Thanks, Lynn. And so for those of you who are watching us on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up by subscribing to our channel and visit us at www.singlestravelintl.com. We'll have this video with a link down below to access the trip so you can see more information. And we're going to step off right now and do a little Q&A for those who are live with us here tonight. So thanks for joining.